Hey everybody, it's Bruce Lambert from HowCommunicationWorks.com, and this is not going to be a sort of traditional instructional video. I'm here in California on Santa Monica Beach. I'm about to do a 2-day communication training for healthcare professionals, helping them to learn how to provide emotional support for one another after bad things happen, and how to provide emotional support to patients and families and tell the truth to patients and families after they've been harmed by healthcare, which is a big part of what I do in my consulting business. Trying to think about, what are the main lessons I'm going to go over today that might be useful for you folks who watch these videos. And I think there's a few that I emphasize. Talk about having an attitude of curiosity when you're going to try to be emotionally supportive to someone. You can't assume you know what they need, and you can't assume that you know what they're feeling. So one of the best things to do is just have this attitude of curiosity. Another sort of basic principle is saying, it's a principle of improvisation. So it's a principle of saying yes and to anything that happens. So those are actual real joggers walking by. So this principle of yes and is whatever happens in the interaction, whatever they're feeling, whatever their experience is, you say yes and to their experience. Because one of the key lessons in emotional support is to validate and legitimize what other people are feeling. So you want to go with them wherever they're feeling, regardless of how you feel about how they're feeling. You say yes and to their feelings, and that legitimizes them. This is a principle from improvisation. Trying to think, what are the other critical lessons? Listen more than you talk. It's actually quite difficult to do when another person is really upset. But one of the main things you can do is just say mm-hmm, uh-huh, and listen more than you talk. And I guess finally, there's two things about learning these principles. The people that I'm going to train today are all highly educated, very experienced healthcare professionals. They've been taking care of patients and families, most of them for decades, and yet still these are skills that don't come easy to them. They've broken bad news to hundreds of families. They've been taking care of people for a long time, and yet these empathic communication skills still need to be learned. But they can be learned. We use actors in these trainings, so we put them in these situations, and they do role plays, and they do get better even after just a couple of days. So I guess the lesson there is that these are skills. They can be learned. If you practice them, you can get better. So if you like this kind of informal video, press the like button, press the subscribe button, leave me a comment below, and I'll make a video later on this week to tell you how the training went and what other observations I had. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.